If you haven't seen this show, you're missing out on another great addition to Disney Channel. Welcome back to our Comic-Con discussions with me and Gaby.
Welcome.
Yeah, so now today we're looking at this clip from Big City Greens, which first of all, Gaby, have you ever seen Big City Greens?
I think I saw an ad for it.
So this
That's about
may
it.
be one of your first impressions of the show. I've actually seen several episodes of Big City Greens from the first seasons. It's a very slice of life show with a country family moving to the city for the first time. And, you know, it's definitely a lot of zany adventures. Like, there's the curse of this blue potato. There's an episode where the main character, Cricket, is struggling to get these steaks that his family bought in this train station. And, in fact, you know what is the very first episode of Big City Greens? Do you know what happens in the very...
No, I don't.
Because Cricket wants to give a good impression, he and his sister Tilly, like, they try to launch a chicken into space.
What?
Yeah.
Why? What?
Because that's Cricket's idea of giving a first impression, giving city people something that they never seen before.
Dang. I mean, he'd be accurate.
I would say, you know what's funny? The best way I could compare Big City Greens humor is it's kind of like a less annoying version of SpongeBob, where you have this like really hyped main character, and everyone around him is just kind of, you know, I guess you could say like aggro and kind of like, what are you doing? That kind of mentality. So that's really what it's
That
about.
actually sounds like a lot of fun. So
It's kind of like a show where I would say we're on days where I just need to stop getting a heart attack from Star, and you know it's the show I'd watch to chill out. It's still definitely a ton of fun. It's not super continuity driven, at least for several episodes, but it's the kind of show to watch just to have fun.
it sounds pretty cool.
So are you ready to check out this trailer?
I am.
Alright, so let's do this. 3, 2, 1, go.
Start her up, Tilly.
Oh, hello there.
Hi, welcome to the Green Residence. Sup.
Sup. Sup.
The Greens are here to take back what's ours.
No, I saw you guys coming, so I called the cops.
Scramble, scramble. Behold, my dad's watermelon.
What? Okay, this is really surreal.
Oh no.
I'm a mature adult who does mature things. That's comedy. What can't two greens in a toolbox do in an hour?
Cricket, there's a lot of things we can't do in an hour.
Is there anyone out here who can bring the heat?
Did somebody call for heat? Oh, I made
Oh
it too
my
spicy.
God.
A new dimension. The paradigm shifts before my very eyes.
We're coming for you, space scum.
That ain't nothing you'd ever see in farm country.
Oh, Tilly, what am I looking at?
Ah, and the tomato name.
Did they invite Darren Nepsey to draw that?
Will not stop.
Did you kids start a war without your grandma?
Sorry, Grandma.
It's got 10,000 likes. It's a gift. It's a meme. The internet loves it. Oh, wait, they hate it. It's over. But I still like it. What's your story?
Oh my God. No.
Cricket, what are you doing? You make for pretty good television.
It's back of my knee.
When you're with the green, you're in for a wild time.
Ma, Remy, run for your lives!
Oh my God.
What they say, TV just keeps getting better.
I can't find one shred of clothing to cover my body.
Truly a golden age.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Big City Greens forever! Yeah! We're taking over! Look out!
Cricket, that's enough.
Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. Did you see that last thing?
What?
Did I read that right?
The bingo bango?
Did I read that right?
The bingo bango part?
That sounds oddly familiar. Obviously not exactly what I'm thinking, but too close for comfort. Too close for comfort.
I'm not really sure. I think I've heard that saying before.
Bingo bongo.
Bingo bongo?
Lars? Have you not seen that episode of Steven Universe?
I'm sorry. I don't know if that's supposed to be a shot at Steven Universe, though, because when I looked it up...
I don't think so, but it seems like they were quite aware that they couldn't use Bingo Bongo.
Mhm.
I don't know. There might be some other reason. I'm just
There's
saying
an
it's too close
Italian
to
movie called Bingo Bongo.
No, basically it's the episode. Oh, do you remember the episode where he makes that ube roll?
No, I do not.
Aw.
Sorry, Gabby, but...
Well, he tries to act cool in front of the cool kids because the mayor's kid comes up and asks them to hang out with the gang to do music, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Bingo Bongo."
I feel like both are just referencing that movie, or at the very least, because I can't say that they're just saying it because two words that rhyme. That's funny. Like, I have a feeling maybe that's where they're coming from.
Well, the whole thing with Lars saying it was kind of just like him freaking out and not knowing what to say. Here, I have absolutely no idea why they're saying this. And yes, it's Bingo Bango.
Mm-hmm.
Bango. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Knowing this show, I'm surprised they didn't say Bingo Banjo.
That would have been cool. That could have made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
But yeah, it's definitely the weird thing about this show. It's much more surreal than what I've seen from Big City Green. So I'm guessing it's gonna get a lot more surreal. Like there's things like going to different dimensions. The part where Cricket is lifting that watermelon and it's going up, and you could see it in space. It's just like, what in the hell? Oh, and there was Penny making a cameo.
That and like that one part, and you remember how the grandma was like, "What the heck am I looking at with that weird winged cat trash creature?"
Yeah.
That was me when I saw it. I'm like, I'm with you there, Grandma.
Yeah. And God, what else is there? And yeah.
What am I looking at?
Yeah, it's just like it's just a much more surreal than it usually is. I don't know. Maybe there's episodes of Big City Greens where they go even further, but yeah, from what I've seen, it's honestly kind of seemed like I was like, this doesn't feel like a super surreal show like regular show or God forbid Pickle and Peanut, So I guess that's where they're going with,
gosh.
which I'm definitely down for. It's definitely a very entertaining direction.
I hope the whole thing with the snake isn't played off of a lot, because then that would just kind of turn into a tamer version of Mr. Pickles.
We do not talk about Mr. Pickles on this YouTube channel, Gabby.
Okay.
But yeah, like all I could do is like I've seen clips from Phantom Strider, and I know don't judge it just because you saw it on his top 10 worst Cartoon Network shows. But it's just that when I look at Mr. Pickles, all I can say is, as they say in the show, blood, blood, more blood, and I'm just like, what? Just
Well, I've watched several episodes of Mr. Pickles. Don't ask me how I managed to, because I have absolutely no idea how.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, that is an accurate description of Mr. Pickles. So that's not the only thing that comes out.
Yeah. Great. Now my brain is just going through a bunch of other cruddy Adult Swim shows. Like, remember the one with the mouse? Like, what the hell is the name of that one?
12-ounce
Yeah.
mouse?
Oh! I watched one episode, and it made me feel like, was I high? And I don't use drugs, by the way. And then there was the show that Steve...
Go take a look at Super Jail. I absolutely love the show. I watched a good deal of it.
Okay.
But holy mother of pearl, you feel like you're on something watching that show.
Okay. Super Jail. Yeah. I'll look into it. But yeah.
That was from like way back in the day. My older cousin was the one who used to watch it when it aired.
Yeah.
And then I remember that they would mention it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I loved that show." So I decided to go take a look at it. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's just all over the place.
Yeah. And then, just because Steven really hates the show, I'll bring it up. King Star King.
Oh!
It's just, why are we talking
Oh my
about this in a
God.
Big City Greens trailer reaction? Isn't it supposed to be?
Because of that one scene with the freaking snake, okay?
And the scene with the water.
Oh.
You see, like, what is it about, like, Disney Channel, Disney XD shows? It's just, like, you start thinking about it and your brain just goes to places that... Like, what are you doing? I was just like, this happens to me and stuff. Remember when I came up with those weird star movie ideas, like Marco being fucking Sweeney Todd?
Oh, yeah. Now I see how that happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or the other one that I got to see from start to finish, Metalocalypse.
Yeah, which I've heard of.
Oh. I will say it's not as surreal. Metalocalypse is not as surreal. But what the heck, man? The stuff they do in that show. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll leave it at that. But it's just that, anyway, in terms of for Big City Greens, from somebody who's seen several episodes, I'm just like, I guess it's just gonna just get, you know, more and more surreal. Because like I said, there wasn't much surrealness in the episodes I've seen. Probably the closest would be The Cursed Blue Potato.
Oh my gosh. That just makes me think of the episode of Archie's Weird Mysteries.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a episode where potatoes just start taking over people, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
And it's not that this blue potato does anything, it's just that a lot of bad things happen. Like in the episode, Cricket's dad is trying to start a fry truck, you know, like a food truck. And, you know, it's screwing up. They crash in a pole. They're, you know, a lot of their stove falls off. His homemade sauce is spilt all over the place. And
oh, no.
The moral of the story is basically, it's not, you know, his sister Tilly basically said, it's not the potato's fault, it's that Cricket is being super paranoid.
That makes sense.
So, yeah. So, but I'm definitely down for this. I mean, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of, you know how you hear crazy stories in, like, country settings? Like, I don't know, like, you know, seeing aliens in the crop fields, and just, like, but, you know, it just feels like, since this is a show about country people moving to the city, I don't know if it's that they brought, you know, all the weirdness along with them, but I'm getting kind of vibes that the show is going to go in a much more surreal direction. If anything, going to another dimension, I'm getting Gravity Falls kind of vibes for some reason.
I don't even know if that's actually what's going on, or that's just their imagination taking them there.
Perhaps.
We'll have to see.
But yeah, just from this clip, like, what is your honest impression of Big City Greens?
Exciting.
Yeah?
Very exciting.
Yeah, I honestly think,
I kind of want to check out the episodes that are out right now to see where they're at as far as that whole deal.
Yeah.
You know, the whole surrealness.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a really fun show. The first several episodes are not this crazy, but I think, you know, it's just, you know, it just kind of, they're just gonna, like, lead up to things that just get even crazier. So, I guess we'll move on to our final trailer reaction, which will be Godzilla. So, tell me, guys, your thoughts on this trailer reaction. Thank you for joining me, Gabby. We'll be moving on to our next one, and we hope you guys will check it out, too. So, till then, see you all later.
Bye!
Hey guys, be sure to like this Blood Moon Bobby video if you enjoyed it. Please share this video, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. Be sure to ring the notification bell to be notified about my latest upload. Follow me on my social media pages at Blood Moon Bobby to find out about what I'll be covering next and for more of my opinions. Thanks for watching.